Hi, Karen here at Love and Peace Rule. Welcome to my channel. I just wanted to go over today. Every year I do a New Year's Eve ritual, and I just wanted to share it with you. It's got some good stuff in it. I think it has some good stuff in it. But first, there's going to be a PDF version of this, a downloadable PDF version in the description box. And then, yeah, I'm a big fan of rituals, and this is one of my favorite. This ritual, the New Year's Eve ritual, it's broken down into two parts. The first part is being grateful for and blessing the current year. This is a really big, important part. So with that part, I answer, I make a list of 4 different categories. One, I just write down any accomplishments that really stood out, that I'm really like, oh my God, that was like, I really did something that really made me feel good, or whatever it is. So I make a list of accomplishments I made for the year. I make a list of one-sided relationships that I let go of, bad habits I let go of, limiting beliefs that I'm let go of. Lessons I've learned is the third category. So the third category is lessons I've learned. And then the fourth category is pretty much everyone and everything that I'm so grateful for, who I know helped me in, by praying or by whatever it is, help me get through the year. So it's really important. Sometimes when we think, oh my God, this has been like the worst year ever, but really it's not the worst year ever. And really there's so many things to be grateful for. And it's good to acknowledge that. So when you have your list of everything that was like, yay, this was a good year, then you just want to offer it up to the universe. Thank you, universe. Thank you, angels and guides. Thank you, everybody who helped me make this year what it was. It helped me grow in a lot of ways. I'm a different person than I was last year. Thank you so much. So once that part is done, then the second part of this ritual is pretty much just asking yourself 4 key questions. And the first question is, and I wrote these down, the first question is, how will I help my community this year? Okay, so how will I help my community this year? This is important because it's really easy for us to want to do nice things for our family and for our friends and for our coworkers. But it's really important to remember that our community is also part of our family. So we need to do things that help uplift others or do something positive to improve our community. So that could be setting up monthly donations to a local charity or a local nonprofit that you resonate with, maybe volunteering some of your time. It could be as simple as making a commitment to smile at people you pass by at the library or at the grocery store. It could be just a commitment to, hey, this year when I see somebody who looks like they're having a hard time or they're struggling, I'm going to send them a prayer. I'm going to send them love. I'm going to hope that their world gets better, their life gets better. It could be, I don't know, if you like to go on walks. It could be, this time, every time I go on a walk, I'm taking a little grocery bag, a little plastic bag, and I'm going to pick up garbage along the way. If I see an empty water bottle or something, I'm picking up along the way. I'm going to bring it home and I'm going to put it in my recycle bin, whatever it looks like to you. There's a lot of ways you can contribute to your community. So that's the first question I ask. That's the easiest one. The second question I ask is, number 2, what do I want to learn or accomplish this year? So I like to think of this as like the little bucket list for the year. My bucket list for this year is going to be, and it could be something that you want to accomplish this year. It could be something that is going to be accomplished in 3 to 5 years, but you're starting it this year. So you're going to put it on the list this year. It could be, hey, I'm going to master the art of Indian cooking today, or this year I'm going to do some research on how to declutter and organize my life a little bit better. And I'm going to make that a priority. Or I'm going to learn how to play chess, or I'm going to learn how to play cards so that I can play cards with my friends. I'm going to take a class at the community center or a local college. I'm going to anything that you can do to just like teach yourself something new and and just have something to look forward to. It's so good to just keep learning and to do things that make you happy. Maybe you've always wanted to take an art class, but you're like, I'm not really an artist. Take the art class. Take the art class. It's going to be so much fun. There's so much you can do. So that's your little bucket list for the year. The third question I ask myself is, or the third question you can ask yourself, is what can I do to love my life more? Okay, another way of looking at this question is, how can I add more joy to my life? This is really big because a lot of people, they kind of miss out on the joy part. So there's always things you can do to enhance your life or to make it better. A lot of people, they don't like their job. So what can you do to improve that? Well, you can update your resume. You can send it out to jobs that, apply for jobs that you would utilize your ability, your skill set better, maybe something you'd find more satisfying. And in the meantime, you figure out a way to love the job you have right now by trying to make it more fun. One way is to enhance your work state, your work area, wherever you are, or your office. Make it better. Put little reminders that you have a life outside of this office. This is just what you're doing during the day. You can, during break time, start creating a little tea ritual. Every week you're going to try a new tea. You're just going to have fun and just remind yourself that you're here to have fun and enjoy your life. I like to look at jobs, especially jobs I didn't really like in the past. I like to look at them like a game. It's just a game. You learn the rules, you master the rules, you master the game, and you just play a game. Every job is temporary, especially the ones you don't like and you don't really want to hang on to because you've already put out there that you want another job. So just look at it like that. Keep it in perspective. Another really good thing is to stop gossiping, stop complaining, stop talking about how much you don't like your job. Stop bad-mouthing coworkers or anybody who, you just stop doing that. That keeps you in a low vibration, and you just want to stop doing that. Another really good thing. There is a great website, heartmath.com. That link is going to be in the PDF that's downloadable, and it'll also be in the description box. Heartmath.com. If you go to that website, you will learn tools and techniques that will help you in a big way. They have something called heart-focused breathing. And what that is you're breathing and you're grounding yourself in your heart space, and it totally puts your brain and your heart in sync. And it gets you mellow, it reduces your heart rate. They do all these studies on how great these techniques are. But if you learn these techniques, the fun thing is you can send love. You realize that you can send love places, and it really does affect the space. So you can send love to your office before you get there. You can send love to a meeting, a group of people you're just not really looking forward. Send love. If you see a coworker that's really stressed out, or your supervisor or whatever is not being very nice, send that person love. Just send that person love. It's just such a nicer way to get through your day than to keep reminding yourself how much you don't like the job. The same thing goes with your home life. If you have a lot going on in the home life, same thing. Take these classes or these little techniques. Watch these videos and learn how to do these techniques on that website. You can use them at home too. Instead of getting upset at your spouse or your, teenage child, instead of getting upset, ground yourself and just get yourself centered into a more peaceful and harmonious state. Your mood affects everyone around you. What you're feeling, you're sending out. So it's really good to be mindful of what you're feeling. So, and just add more joy. If at your house, if you're like, oh my gosh, this, every time I walk in this house, it just bums me out because it's a mess or whatever, then resolve it. Get your house clean, get it organized. Have a friend come over and say, hey, I'll help you organize your house, you help me organize mine. Whatever it looks like. Just get to a place where you have less stress and you enjoy your life. Just add little things of joy. So that's what I do with that. And then I just wanted to bring up one more thing. What we tell ourselves really affects the life we create. So instead of saying, oh my gosh, I hate my life, or oh my gosh, I can't stand my job, instead of going there, don't go there. I used to do that all the time. And then one day when my life was really, it couldn't get any worse. I heard a voice in my head, I love my life. And I heard it and I laughed because I'm like, that is ridiculous because I really don't love my life. But then I thought, I heard this for a reason. Maybe I need to start talking to myself differently. Maybe I need to start saying I love my life. So I did. I started saying I love my life, especially when things were like not going well. I'm like, I love my life. In my head, I love my life. I love my life. I love my life. And you know what happened? I started to love my life. Eventually, things started to improve. The way I talked to myself created a whole different vibration, a whole different life unfolded because I stopped saying I hated my life. So be really mindful of what you tell yourself. Saying I love my life every day, no matter how much you don't love it, will work. So incorporate that into your daily practice of how you're getting through your day. Okay, so that is number 3. Number 4, the fourth question. This is a big one. How can I love and care for myself more? How can I love and care for myself more? Okay. Self-love. This is something we all need to master. We all need to master this. When you wipe your past clean, when you're like, you know what, I did the best I could with what I knew at that point in time, and you forgive yourself and you can just start fresh, no guilt, no shame, no judgment, and you just are like, you know what, I'm not going to listen to all that programming I had when I was a kid. I'm not going to listen to, all the programming I have from society. I'm just going to realize that there's no one else like me, which is true. There is nobody else like you. Realize how valuable you are. Realize how all the talents and abilities you have. The combination of everything you have is not like anybody else's. You have huge ways you can contribute to this world. So just kind of so part of self-love is realizing how valuable you are and just owning that. It's not arrogant. It's just, you know what? I know I'm special. I know that in my heart, I'm a whole different person than the world sees. Tell yourself that because it's true. You know what people see, how they judge you. They have no idea who you are really on the inside. So self-love is a huge thing. When you don't love yourself, you see the world differently. You know how they say the world is a reflection of what's going on inside of you? And I can attest to this. Before I started going down the path of heart-centered living, I was raised in a very judgmental family. Judgment. Judgment's the worst. And I was extremely judgmental. I didn't love myself because I didn't know that was this sounds stupid. I didn't really know that was an option. That was never something that I was taught. So because of that, I was very judgmental of other people. And I was even mean-spirited because I didn't love myself. Once you love yourself, everything changes. You start to have more compassion for people you see. You start to just be like kinder to them. When you see somebody who is like how you used to be, you have more compassion for them because you know what's going on. You know that they have not reached a point where they love who they are. So just know that self-love is a really big thing. Do whatever you need to do to really get this down, because every day you should be waking up with joy in your heart. You should be waking up wanting to be kind to people. It makes the world a better place, and the world is not going to become what we want it to be until we are all on the same boat where it comes to love yourself so that you can love your neighbor. That's it. That's a really big one. The other part of this is self-care. Self-care, a lot of people think self-care is just pampering yourself. It's way more than that. Self-care is anything you do to reduce stress and improve your joy, the amount of joy you have in your life. Joy is a big word for me. I like the word joy. So to reduce stress and enhance your joy. I'm going to tell you a little example of something. I moved into a house that had really loud doors, squeaky doors. You close the door, it sounded like it was like being slammed. I'm very, very sensitive to noise, so this really irritated me. So I'm like, you know what? Go to the hardware store, get what I needed to unsqueak the doors, to put little felt pads in the door jambs, so all the doors close quietly, no more squeak. Oh my gosh, huge act of self-care. Just things like that. If you have a messy car, I think about this like in my car, I need to get it detailed, or I need to do it myself. I don't know. But every time I get in my car, I'm always thinking, I need to clean out my car. That causes stress. That's a little nagging stressor. And if I would just clean my car, that would be an act of self-care, because it would be over with and I would love my car. I'd get in and be like, oh my God, my car's clean. How great is that? So think about things like that. Little ways you can, projects that are unfinished. Those are big stressors. Anything that you need to do to just put it on the list. I'm going to do this. This is going to be an act of self-care. I'm going to get rid of it, and boom, it's going to just be like this little cloud is like gone. So all of these little things. So it's again, it's more than just pampering yourself. Self-care is even like trying to buy organic vegetables and produce as much as you can. Buying non-toxic cleaners, getting rid of chemicals in your house. That's an act of self-care. And the biggest act of self-care of all is, of course, loving yourself. Because if you love yourself, your whole biology changes. You've got, good chemicals going through your blood, and that boosts your immune system. They have studies that show all this. It's not crazy talk. That boosts your immune system. So self-love is a big act of self-care. They go hand in hand. So just know that. Okay, so there we have it. We've got the part 1, which is blessing and releasing the current year. And then we have part 2, the 4 questions. How can I help my community? Well, actually, we should say it like we said it before. How will I help my community this year? What do I want to learn or accomplish this year? Number 3, what can I do to love my life more or add more joy to my life? Number 4, how can I love and care for myself more? Okay, so that is it. That is it. If you liked this, do it. Do the ritual. If you don't like it, don't do the ritual. If it inspired you to do something else, I love it. Do whatever you need to do. But just have a plan. Do something new. Make yourself a better person than you are now, which is great, because every year you're just going to get better and better, happier and happier. Life is going to unfold, and you're going to be so surprised how great life can be. Just keep doing it every year, or do something every year. And let's see what else. There was something else I wanted to tell you. Oh my gosh, the world needs your light and love so bad right now. So thank you. Thank you very much for whatever you're doing to make the world a better place, for everything you do to uplift others and to make the world a kinder place. We need you. We value you. I value you. And if you like this video, subscribe to my channel if you wouldn't mind. And then we're going to have a lot more stuff like this. A lot of heart-based things you can do to stay in the lane of love. That's why my channel is called Love and Peace Rule. But yeah, if you want to see more of videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Bye.